Don't let your goals get in the way of your goals. When we think of the wealthiest people in the world, billionaires with the most amount of riches, the kind of people that could use $100 bills as toilet paper if they wanted to, there are some obvious names that come to mind. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. But one name that doesn't really come to mind, at least to my head immediately, is Warren Buffett. He's considered one of the greatest investors in history, the Oracle of Omaha, and a CEO of a multinational conglomerate. In all fairness, he's not as relevant as some of the other names I mentioned in today's society. Okay, we get it. This guy's a big shot. Cool. So what? The point that I really want to hammer home is that Warren Buffett is someone who has a lot of credibility when it comes to accumulating wealth and attaining financial success, but also managing time, decision making, and goal setting as well. If you're watching this, chances are you aren't a billionaire. Don't worry, buddy. I'm in the same boat. And I'm not going to make the assumption that you want to be a billionaire. But what I am going to assume is that you're someone who has goals that you want to accomplish, achievements that you want to reach, feats you want to overcome, that kind of thing. It could be landing a job promotion, improving your relationships, or getting in better physical shape. Whatever the case may be, I have just the story for you. A story that may help you in pursuing and achieving your goals, at least the ones that matter to you. Here's how it goes. One day, Warren Buffett's personal pilot of 10 years, Mike Flint, had a conversation with each other about career priorities. Now keep in mind that Mike Flint was somebody who served as a pilot for several different US presidents. So in terms of career, this guy was set. But that didn't stop him from receiving some life-changing advice from Warren Buffett. So they went through this fun little exercise. Basically, Warren Buffett asked Mike to write down a list of his top 25 career goals, the goals that he wanted to achieve. Now, naturally, Mike took some time to think this through and figure out what he wanted to achieve, what are his goals, and eventually he came up with a list of his 25. Now, once that list was done, Warren asked him to do something else. He asked Mike to circle his top 5 most important goals out of the 25 that he just listed. So once again, Mike went through the process of looking through the list and then narrowing down the 25 into 5 that he circled to highlight that those were the most important goals to him. It was all laid out clear as day for Mike. He had his, let's call it A list of the 5 most important goals, as well as the B list, which were the other 20 goals that weren't as important. So after seeing this, Mike realized, all right, so we got these 5 most important goals that I've determined for myself. I'm going to be working towards these goals that are my top priority. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, the interesting part was not that, but rather Warren's follow-up question to that exercise and Mike's realization. Okay, so you got these 5 goals that you've prioritized. What do you intend on doing with the other 20 that you didn't circle? Here's the interesting part. Mike's response went along the lines of, they're not my most important, but yeah, they're still important to me. You know, they come as a close second, so, you know, I'm going to work on them here and there. This is when Warren Buffett responds by saying that the goals that he didn't circle on that B list, the 20 goals that were left over, those are the avoid at all costs list, the distractions from his real most important goals. No matter what happens, you stay away from achieving these goals. You do not focus your attention and effort into achieving those other miscellaneous 20 goals until you've succeeded in achieving the 5 that you've already circled and highlighted to be your most important. This advice became known as Warren Buffett's 5 to 25 rule. Personally, I found this story to be very enlightening because when I think about distractions, what comes to mind is partying or social media, video games, but never have I considered that goals that aren't as important as your real ones could serve as distractions as well. Distractions from the goals that truly matter to you. At some point in my life, I wanted to be a chess grandmaster and a powerlifter.
You got it! Up, yeah!
But then I realized that these are the kind of goals that didn't really matter to me that much. And in the pursuit of the ones that I truly value, I had to give those up, at least for the time being. I had to make that sacrifice. I guess that's what sacrifice entails. Having to give up what you want for what you want more. what you need more. My mind was blown when I first heard this story. Honestly, I thought of it as a wake-up call. And that's why I was so eager to share it with you, because perhaps it could be a wake-up call for some of you to recalibrate yourselves and divert your attention away from the distractions and towards the goals that really matter to you. Rather than diverting your attention into so many different pursuits, you hone in on the few that are of most importance, not letting your goals get in the way of your goals. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to abandon every passion or hobby that you have. But when it comes to goal setting and goal achievement, perhaps immersion over expansion may be the way to go, at least according to Warren Buffett's principle. So ask yourself, what are the goals that you want to achieve most in your life? And what are the goals that will pose as distractions from the ones that you want to achieve? Imagine the life you'd live if you focused relentlessly on what truly matters most. If you enjoyed the video and found it meaningful, please feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more self-development content. I will see you all in the next one.